Welcome to Vesta Angels Tarot. This is going to be your reading for April the 22nd, 2025. I hope everybody is well. So I just decided at the last minute to come on and give you a reading. Hopefully it would not just be about a lover or ex. Maybe we can get something else. I was going to do an all zodiac sign, but since I did wait a little late, that will take up until probably an hour and a half almost. So we'll save that for one of the next couple of days coming up. I also will do you a Jupiter goes to Gemini reading. If you have not seen my other videos, make sure you go and take a look. Yesterday's reading also was very good. It was called The Crow and the Omen. Okay, so okay, that don't even go in here. Well, it don't even matter. Whatever I picked up, it comes out. Y'all know a lot of times I combine my decks because they be right behind each other. So trying to keep most of them separated doesn't work. Y'all know that don't even go in here, but whatever. Maybe it needs to be shuffled with this deck today. Okay, there's too many. Where is the other cards that go with this? Oh, just when you thought it was going to be an easy read. Angel of Past Lives. Mm-hmm. Angel of the Night Sky. Some of y'all may see some things in the night sky. Also can be maybe where it's not really clouds during the nighttime. But it could be something allegedly that could be shaped like clouds in the night. But some of you could just be actually wanting to take time to sit out on your porch, on your deck, uh, on a stoop, you know, stand on the sidewalk. Maybe you work outside at night. And some of you just may want to take some time and look up into the night sky and think and wonder. Some of you also could be you're thinking about your past life if you do believe in something like that. Also could be thinking about your future, your spirituality and or your religion. You also could be thinking about ancestors or past life, how people did certain things, um, hundreds allegedly, or even thousands or millions of years ago, allegedly, if you believe in something like that. Some of you also will be getting messages from a higher power if you believe in something like that. But this is also showing me of something that will be activating or anointing you um, in your higher power. Something that also could be a more sense of stability. Okay. This also can be you thinking or seeing yourself in a different way. Could also be as in your financial status. Mhm. I'm also hearing the word atonement. Look at there, dreams. Y'all see me shuffle. hmm So, what is this about the? Is somebody in the dark? I mean, it could be somebody you're thinking about that is going through this type of transformation. Um, but you see all these reference to the darkness, the sky. Okay. Ascension also can be, but not the other ascension, but ascension into higher power, a higher power of consciousness. But you see all of the dark blue, the sky, the moon, um, dreams here. She's looking up into the sky. Also could be dreaming, manifesting, seeing, particular um, angles. I say angles. angels. Also could be a higher power for some of you. Um, this also can be some of you that it's time for your dream to be your higher power. Okay. I know a lot of people still believe in it and say it, but a lot of people also may still doubt it or doubt their self. This also can be the alignment or the movement of Rahu and Ketu. Um, that will be moving. You will need to see in what house it will be now moving for you at the end of May. Of course, we're going to do a reading about that. Um, you may can check my live and see the Rahu and K2 video that I did. It would have been almost 18 months ago because that's how long the transit is. And currently it is in Virgo, K2, and Rahu is in Pisces. Before that, it was in Libra and Aries. Okay. 18 months before these past 18 months. So at first it was in Libra and Aries, I believe. And now, right now, the 18 months are about to be up at the end of May, around May 27th, May 29th. And then it will be moving from Pisces and also moving from Virgo, moving into Leo and Aquarius. Okay. And it stays 18 months each transit, right? Okay. I do want to say this is one of the first times that we have gotten a spread like this to come out, um, especially dealing about the night, you know. Some of you, your power may even be greater or will be greater during the night time. hmm Some of your, some of you are or will your third eye or somebody's third eye here is going to be awakened for the first time. Most of you that already watch readings or, not all the way. I can't say I'm not here to judge, but a lot of you are more awakened because of the oracles and readings that you do watch. But even though some people may listen and watch them, that's not always the case, okay? But some of you are becoming more into your higher power through intuitiveness. I really want to know. I don't even have the book to see what this would mean. Angel of the night sky. Um, like I said, it could be messages that is coming to you in your dreams, or you're more intuitive at night. Um, if some of you maybe also begin to manifest for the first time, we all say and talk about manifestation so quickly, so fast, right? But still, some people don't know how to actually do it because it is very tedious to align the head and the heart as one as you dream, think, and go more into your sense of higher power. Okay. And when you do that, you really have to be more consistent of, um, so far of what I know and see, more consistent of you, your own ascension, and not at that time so connectedness, connectedness to this physical world and or material world. Okay, so you would really have to go into a very, very deep meditation to block out anything and everybody. Okay, to fully have faith and a sense of belief in order to change your dynamics, your energy, um, your physical world around you, because that is what you're manifesting. You're manifesting to change your physical world around you. And for a lot of people, it will be the material world when it comes to finances, their career, and also success. And for some people, it could be love and relationship. For some people, it could be more connected to source or their religious denomination. Buddhists do it all the time. hmm And it's kind of like you would have to more stay in that mindset, because once you start having a sense of disbelief, your manifestation will disappear. Okay, you have to continue a set forward, um, full connectedness of faith and belief, of your head and your heart aligning as one. Not just your head and you overthinking it like most humans do, which is more of worryation that turns to stress, that also can turn to anxiety. The anxiety bring in doubt. You see what I'm saying? So you have to have a very vast amount of higher power and belief system, and or meditation. So this also could be being more into closing your eyes, meditation, and also sleep or slumber, or if you can, I don't know this for factual, this is alleged, more into that state or that realm before you fall into that, I think is better, that deep sleep. Also, during the time when allegedly we're about to um, astral travel, okay? That brink, that realm before the deep sleep, where then you can, because our spirits does astral travel. Some of you believe it, some of you remember it, uh, some of you do know you do it. Some people may not know they do it at all and don't have a true sense of belief about it anyway, even though they do it. You see what I'm saying? It's a lot of people that don't believe a lot of stuff, but they do astral travel at night. But in the material world, as awake, woke, walking around, they don't believe in that type of stuff, because they see their self more of this material world than their higher power. Your higher power comes in through your consciousness. Yes? Let's just move on. But y'all know I'll be here forever trying to explain this and explain that. Some of you can be very deep into Pisces, as an ascendant and or moon. Also can be first house. Should I take these? Trust and synergy. The more you follow your, see, they're talking about higher power, intuition, and consciousness. The more you follow your intuition, the more you'll find that the right door is going to open to assist you in fulfilling your life purpose. So, again, already talking about manifestation, dreams, um, getting more into your higher power. For some of you, this also can be some type of gift that you have, maybe more into what your creativity, more into your religious denomination and or spirituality. Um, this could be a skill that you didn't know that you have, like maybe you never tried, but you are a very easy, not even easy to learn, but you could be a person who plays musical instruments, but you never tried. That could be your skill. You see what I'm saying? So something here also could be being activated also by the next moon. So I believe the next moon is going to be May 12th. Okay. For some people, this also can be a decision here, is what I'm seeing. But allegedly, I do see something that will be activating within inside of you. This also can be something that's being activated within a person that you may be thinking about. that never had this type of trippy consciousness or consciousness break. They could be so much into principles, dogmas, traditions, cultures, because of the country that they come from. They only practice this, and because they practice this, that's who they feel that they are. But that's in this world that people want to claim a culture. Because when it boils down to it, we all are spiritual beings, okay? But in this material physical world, people want to click up, right? They want to be named certain names, groups, religious names. They want to be associated only with their culture because of their ancestry. I get it, I understand it. But everything that we have in common, that we all will ascend, okay? Because we are spiritual beings living a human experience. But in this realm, in this material world, um, some people don't want to be in their higher power. They want to stay associated with a culture, a land, or a country that they come from. This is what they want to call themselves. This is what they want to be known as. But I tell you what, higher power, that one sense of consciousness and source, rules over all of that. Yes? Right? Different people want to wave around their flag of their country and things. All that don't matter when it comes to consciousness and a higher power, when it comes to your spirit and your soul. All that crap don't even matter. But of course, people are so divinely invested into that mess that sometimes it takes higher power to knock on that head or knock on that brain and show them through dreams, because dreams are very personal. That is something that only comes to you, that is only done by you, that is only implanted into your physical brain memory and or consciousness. Even though we are all one consciousness, well, some people don't think that we are, or part of one consciousness. When it comes to dream, that's also where we separate, right? That's where we are separated, because we have different paths, we have different journeys, we have different past lives, um, in our memories, in our memory bank, in our artistic records. Um, so that's when it starts to break down into a sense of individuality, and that's when source or angels or ancestors, however you want to say it, is able to speak to you and to show you. Okay? Um, and then it's up to you to take it from there. You can go back into the world and get click back up with your traditions and your dogmas and your principles and stuff that you must follow, um, because of ancestry or family traditions. I gotta do this. I gotta have a marriage picked out for me or a spouse. Um, but like I said, when it comes to dreams, um, that is where we are separated. Okay. Now I do believe and think or know that our dreams also can be connected in some type of way. But then we're getting above my pay grade. Let's keep going. So now we got trust in the stillness that is happening. Somebody's not making a move. You're not really making a move. Um, it can be how somebody think or feel about themselves, or how is somebody maybe thinking how somebody sees them. Because we got valor, which is somebody here is not having the courage, the tenacity, the willpower, um, to feel or get the sense or that inner knowing, okay, of that unmistakable touch of grace that would lead them wherever that they need to go. Like I said, this is some type of download or activation also, that somebody is not making a move. Somebody don't have the courage to do it. Somebody is not trusting another person, or you're not trusting yourself. You're not trusting a situation. Somebody also could be dreaming about you, or dreaming. Somebody could have also had some dreams about you that you are a higher power, like you are allegedly, or for example, anointed. You're a prophet, you're oracle, or oracleist, that you're some type of spiritual person, or you could be a pastor or a priest. Um, for some of you masculines, even a pope. Okay, because I know they don't have female popes. It's not allowed, right? It's a tradition, it's a dogma, it's a principle. Mm. I was finna say something else, but who made that rule that only masculines could be popes? Now, not to my knowledge. I thought only masculines can be popes. Maybe they are some divine feminine energies that are one. Some. I've never seen any, but that don't mean that it's not. But I thought by the certain rule of that particular church or diocese that it was only males that could be that, because of the past life, ancestral, and the way that it was set up from way before, that was the prophecy. Now I'm getting too deep. Let's get the last card. Let me keep my mouth shut. See that the ancestors and generations want to come out, but I kind of stopped it. Um, what came out? The vision and the quest, and your presence. Your presence is needed. Focus also. Bring your mind into the present moment. Now is the only place to be. Some of you could be thinking too much about the past and or about the future, but only the present moment works. Remember that. I need to put that in a quote or something, right? Ain't never heard anybody say it like that. So you also could be, for some of you, getting your vision, your a new vision, a new quest, downloaded into through the night sky, through the stars, from the moon, if you believe in that, also through your dreams. And this will, in a sense, graduate you into a higher power. Now, like I said, this also could be somebody you're thinking about, that they need this, okay? Especially if you are past life supposed to be in a relationship and or married to this person, and maybe they don't see or can't see particular things like you can, or like maybe I can, but somebody's quest is going to come to them through a dream. Some of you could be dreaming about water, walking around in the night, sitting in the field. You could see yourself in a dream sitting or laying down in tall grass in the night, and you can be dreaming that you're looking up into the sky, and that you're seeing formations or talking to a spiritual form as an angel or source itself, or ancestors, or generations before you. hmm Let's go ahead and put the tarot down on this. But will somebody have enough valor to do this quest? Oh, King of Cups in reverse. Well, that's not good. Starting out. Somebody also may be emotionally disconnected. And this is why you could have been more emotionally connected before, you or somebody here. Um, but somebody emotionally is getting disconnected here. Also could be drowning in their sorrows, scared to love, scared to open up, scared to trust, because of their past life regression, or could just be past relationships. Okay. Uh, all the time, it don't have to be very deep, but this also could be you. Maybe you and this person visit only at night together, and maybe there's a strange sense of stillness between you and another person right now. Maybe this person has become more still, not coming towards you, not talking to you, uh, really no more phone calls. This also could be you doing this to somebody. But some of you could just be waiting on your download of your next quest, and you're just very still right now. You're not really making a movement. You're not trying to do too much. You're just really fantasizing, dreaming, um, looking more, or trying to understand your epiphanies, your downloads, your aha moments. Mhm. Do you have the courage to fully step more into your higher power? Because whatever you are and whatever your dreams are as your quest, you you know you have to have that power to fulfill it, to be it, to walk it, to, you know, be a part of that quest fully. Why dream it if you don't want to walk or be that quest? Okay? So some of you may just be like, I don't have the courage to keep dreaming on what I actually want to be or see myself as, or as a past life is coming more thoroughly to me on, this is my this is my path, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Knight of Pentacles in reverse, also Taurus energy. Like I just said, with Jupiter moving in, leaving Taurus, moving into Gemini, this will be Vedic sidereal, not tropical western. This will be around May the 17th. So some of you, you know, your courage may set more into you and or this person. They were going very slow, or you were going very tediously slow before, but now it also could just be at a halt. This could be personally, or you by yourself, or this could be a relationship or somebody that you were dating. See, I called out the World card, and there it go. Um, we got all of the fixed signs here, including what I always include, Capricorn. So that's Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Leo, and also Capricorn. So the World card also is Saturn is teaching you patience, or Saturn is teaching somebody here patience. Could be because they are, they may not have enough courage right now to step into that higher power. Um, you know, when other people see you certain ways, they may not have the courage to actually be with you. Have you ever thought about that? And for that reason, a lot of people doubt their self, or put it on their self, or something like that, and put more of anxiety and stress on their self because the other person bailed, or they stopped making a move, or nothing didn't go into that deep relationship in or engagement or marriage. A lot of the times it's not because of you. It could be because that person is not in their higher power to be able to sustain a loving relationship with you. And this is why there is or was a disconnect. Just because you meet somebody, just because you may date them and be in a relationship for a couple of years, doesn't mean that that person may actually have the courage enough to be able to step. Because anytime you're in a love relationship, you have to keep going into more different levels of higher power to be able to sustain and make that marriage and or relationship work. Because if there's a sense of stillness, if both people or more of the other person stay stuck, and also could be looking like a lack of growth. Don't want to teach, don't want to learn anything, then how is that going to be for your love relationship? So it's kind of like some of you are dreaming for this cycle to change, for things to, ooh, look at there. This was the top card, High Priestess energy. More of the blue and the white, the black and the white pillars. Um, some of you do really move between realms. You also dream, manifest, and think. Your downloads are coming from higher power, your intuitive self. Ain't that what the back of the card said? To trust your intuition. And I'm holding the cards like this, and the high priestess fell back. So some of you already know. This also could be somebody else that they know that they need to be a better version of their self. Um, and they could be asking through prayers in their dream to be kind of what I just want to use the word anointed, to be able to be with you, connect with you, to have this change of a cycle about their self. We're going to end it here. Three of Cups in reverse. Some of you are deciding not to date. You're turning down parties, invitations. You're not quite as much as around your friends, family, um, hanging out with co-workers after work and things like that. You really don't see a sense of celebrating anything right now. King of Swords is here, which is the information. Um, I do feel that some of you are waiting on some type of conversation. Can also be like a deep conversation, and or your intuitive self, your higher power self, to inform you on what you should do next, how you should make this move. Um, this is also, I see this as a huge conversation with yourself about what is the next step. Mhm. When it comes to and about everything, love, career, partnership, your life in general, your spiritual and or religion life, marriage for some of you, child, children, do you want a family, all different type of stuff for everybody. But this is kind of like you're waiting on a a higher powered to show you this vision in your dream. Should I be with this person? When is my next person coming? Should I go after this particular job and or career? Should I make this relationship stronger because I need to be more of a higher power, in my more higher power of myself, um, for this person, for in order for me to date them, to get engaged and or marry them. And for some of you, you may already be married. Um, and you're here looking for answers and clues. But it's, like I tell this all the time in different videos, the answers are within. The answers are in your dream. The answers are inside of you. You already know. You already know what to do. You already know who I'm talking about and what I'm talking about. For some of you, you have already seen this in your dreams. So this also could be deja vu, is what I'm hearing. So if you are experiencing deja vu, then this means that you have already, uh, this is kind of like a repeat, a rerun for you in this lifetime, in this realm, on this earth. Um, that maybe you got only so far down in the quest in your past life, and then something happened. The world card and the upright. Something happened where that your quest ended. So your quest now is to get further past that point. Yes? Also could be why the Knight of Pentacles is here. Ouch, look at that. Transportation. I wanted to pull, these are the past life cards. Transportation in reverse. Not surprised to see that with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse and the World card in reverse. A cycle or something about you is not over. Okay? Something is still here that you're not trusting in that you need to do and complete. Could just be your whole life path, quest, vision itself. Um, there is still more things for you to do. Some of you with the transportation card in reverse, you did not come from another place. You were originally here, born here of this, um, from your land. Okay? Let's just say it like that. But whatever this is, it's not time for you to leave. Some of you may try to leave before or did leave before in your past life. And now this is why you have a new vision, a new quest. Something here that you have to finish. Hmm. Some of you don't talk to this about about this with your friends and family. Look at their biblical. And I did talk about Pope and past and preachers and Buddhas and nuns and everything like that. Using these past life cards is very draining because it's kind of like I have to tap into the Kistic records here, which I rarely do anymore. I used to do more of that in my earlier years on YouTube, but forgiveness. There we go about the birds again. What is up with the birds? I know they are messengers, but birds keep following me everywhere. This also can be forgiveness to yourself. Also, in this quest, this also could be somebody that you're dating, in love with, married to. Could be a family member and a friend. Somebody here that you did disconnect from or is in the process of disconnecting. Also could be parents. Parents of this lifetime and also parents of the last life or past life. This also could be how you're living and what you're feeling now is keeping you from your higher power, is what I'm hearing, because of your past life. Also could be your past parents. Some of you is still holding grudges from your past life from those parents. Okay? Because forgiveness is in reverse. What is this biblical? Like I said, I was talking about earlier, right? How many minutes I'm at? 38. Remember, I was just talking about a skill, a hobby, playing a musical instrument, and you don't even know you know how to play. It's something here that is inputted into you from past life. This person is a carpenter, a mason, a mason, carpenter, something like that. Some of you have some skills. Um, And some of you also were biblical in some type of way. You could have been King of Swords, a prophet, or somebody with all of the information, some type of scholar um, in your past life. Some of you also were a knight and or a soldier, especially with the high priestess here. Some of you were some type of prophet, oracleist. I know that they did have those in Roman times when the emperors would ask the priestess or high priestess about the future, right? You can do your own research about it, but I do remember the Romans used to ask the high priestess or whatever they call those wizards different things, because some of you this could because we're talking about different past life, different time realms, right? Of when the name changed. Remember that words and speech are spells, right? The alphabet is changed and it means different things now. Everything is spelt differently, but everything as words, as speech, are curses. It is also jumbled or mixed up or changed, right? So back in that time, it could have been oraculist, high priestess, priestess, um, what I finna say? Wizards, different things like that. I'm forgetting some of the other names because I'm trying to come out of this, um, come out of these records here. 'Cause I'm getting a headache. What's the last card, please? They gave us two. I'm gonna put this down. Look at that, the arts and the ship in reverse. See, something here about no transport, Atlantis and the arts. And I did say a musical instrument. Look at the guitar. Um, some of you are part of the Atlantis. Some of you may be a water sign. This is why the high priestess is here too. But I also see a lot of you being more air and earth. Um, I believe that a lot of you did travel the world in different time periods and or realms, and it could be because you were spreading a message here. Now, I'm talking about past life, YouTube, not the present moment, okay? So allegedly, I'm just talking about somebody's dream here. But with biblical here, the world, the king of swords and the high priestess, and all of these transportation cars in reverse. You decided to stay at your land and spread some type of intuitive word here. Some of you were some type of teacher from in the biblical sense, very knowledgeable of the word of that time in that realm of your past life. A lot of people left. A lot of people also could have uh, did leave by transportation, whether it was by ship, train, um, underwater by the Atlantis, and how that was dismantled or dissipated, okay, underwater. But it could have been on land allegedly at one point too. But whatever the case is, um, your higher power is to remember. Let me go ahead and put this down and wrap this up. I mean, if you want to schedule a look at there, patience. If you want to schedule a reading, you can, but I'm not going to say too much on YouTube. This is your door. Almost look like the Roman pillars here, or during that time period when the marble or whatever granite type of pillars, and then you would walk down the walkway or the breezeway out into the land. Because look at all of the stone work here. And then some of you could have, you see what he's working on? Some of you could have been building these type of spiritual temples, but something here happened where that either you didn't forgive yourself or you didn't forgive somebody here. And you decided to stay because of your knowledge of whatever religious denomination uh, or belief was for you at that time. And it could have been a lover, parents, spouse that was moved away or left, and you decided to stay. And I also want to show you this. See, because I know what I'm talking about. You see the the old type of temple here in the background. You see the clock. Okay, I don't know if you can see that, but that is half of a statue. Then you see the old Buddha, not old, but the Buddha bust or statue here. You see the Roman goddess statues here. Okay, you see the old time soldier helmet here. You see the camels and the people riding the camels. um I don't know what that is, but it seems like some type of feathers here. But this is kind of like you have been through all different time periods, and all different time periods are coming out right now in this reading, all the way back to the early times of biblical, back through Atlantis, back during the Viking era, if you let's just use that word with the ships here, all the way back to your higher self intuitiveness. Just like you see that helmet I just showed you, you also have the type of helmet here. Okay, so you could have been a messenger of whatever type of religious denomination it was at that time, especially with the high priestess here and the king of swords. But anyway, you got patience. Everything soon will come to light, and then you will see things will be all right. Having patience. This also can be that you fail or don't want to forgive somebody, or yourself, or somebody um, from your past life did not forgive you. And this is why some of you um, don't trust yourself to go back into that higher sense. What is this? Intuition again. Okay, I'm on the right track. I know what I'm talking about. Simple, complex words of pain or words that heal. Forgiveness up there in reverse. You come to know truth by the way it feels. Some of you may stop having patience with somebody because you know they're lying, or vice versa. Because the King of Swords is here, and the King of Swords wants the truth, just like the Queen of Swords. But the King of Swords would be open to conversation, to talk it out. So it's better than the Queen of Swords coming out, because she would say no. Okay? So this person needs to follow their intuition, or you need to follow your intuition and have patience. If this is about forgiveness, um, because you're going to know what to do when it's time to do it. And hopefully, if this is the other person, that they were step into more of their intuition, because they lack the patience right now, and they don't want to connect, or this person could be hurt with the King of Cups in reverse. Okay, but somebody here don't want to express love or to love again. Okay, it could be because of past life, but also maybe just past relationship. But the past life will affect this realm and how we do relationships now. You get what I'm saying? Okay. All right. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.